explosive diarrhea videos are being posted online by convenience stores, grocery stores, CVS's. People are dripping. It's just coming out of them. They're trying to walk out of the stores dripping all over the floor. How is this transmitted? Pools in lakes or in produce. So be careful where you eat. This is that one time where you probably want to stay out of that big C place where they sell burritos and stuff, because they're notorious for having stuff in their produce and people get sick at that place. I'm not going to say the name, but they're on the stock market. It's C and they sell Mexican food. Lakes, be careful. I wouldn't be going in the water. I know it's hot. Even pools, because yeah, you might lose a little bit of weight, but it just drips out of them. There's no stopping it. I took a break for a few days and I didn't post here at all because I was being stubborn with this app because they keep fucking with me, bro.
This is an important update regarding the explosive diarrhea cases caused by the parasite cyclospora that has sickened thousands of people across the United States. That according to the Washington Post, they had a few sources familiar with the matter, that when they traced back several of the cases, especially in states of Ohio, Michigan, Kentucky, and West Virginia, that Taylor Farms had supplied shredded lettuce to Taco Bell, which may be one of the potential sources here. And so the story moves from saying we have no idea where this is coming from to we have a potential suspect in this situation. Please keep in mind that this is an active, ongoing investigation, and there still could potentially be other sources of contamination for such a large multi-state outbreak, and we don't have laboratory confirmation that this is the exact source for everybody. I will keep an eye on this situation and let you know in future posts what is going on, and so make sure you hit that follow button to stay informed.
A recent study found that curcumin, the main bioactive pigment in turmeric, was able to effectively terminate cyclospora parasites. They infected mice with cyclospora, and it reduced the parasite shedding by 93%. And they even tested nanocurcumin. It reduced the parasite shedding by 97%, and there was no detectable parasites under the microscope. It appeared to have effectively eliminated them.
Parasite making people sick, sweeping the nation. I'll tell you the foods to avoid. It's called cyclosporiasis, and it comes from a microscopic parasite called the cyclospora. The scary part is that health officials still do not know the exact food, grower, or supplier causing the current spike. So for now, the smart move is to be careful with the foods that have been linked to past outbreaks. So number one, bagged salad mixes and salad kits, especially the pre-cut mixes with romaine, iceberg, cabbage, and carrots. The safer move is to buy a whole head of lettuce, throw away the outside layers, and wash the inside leaves yourself. Number two, fresh cilantro and fresh basil. If you're eating them raw, wash them good and understand that cooked is safer. Number three, raspberries. Those tiny little crevices make them hard to clean, and that is exactly where this parasite can hide. Cooked raspberries, pies, jams, that's much safer. Number four, snow peas. Not much to say about these. I've only ever seen these at Panda Express. I don't really know what they are. Number five, green onions. Trim the root, peel the outside layer, wash thoroughly, and cook if you can. Symptoms usually show up a few days to 2 weeks later. Sudden stomach chaos, cramps, bloating, nausea, appetite loss, bathroom trips that come out of nowhere and keep coming. It usually does not spread person to person. It comes from contaminated food or water. Symptoms can last many weeks. Thank you to the 9% of you who stayed to the end of the video. As always, I have a special treat for you.
He's so goddamn lame. God damn. Slovakia. God dang. So as you heard, first and foremost, Shalom. I want to give all praises, all honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to you brothers out on the highways and byways, pushing this truth for fear and sincerity, and shalom to the whole for the elect. It's your brother Khalak Har come back at you with another video. And what is it? Cycloparalysis? Paralysis? Intestinal, diarrhea, shitty booty type thing is going on. and Babylon the Great. And, the Lord finding a way, not finding a way, but just sending all types of miseries, right? All types of miseries at this place. As the scriptures say in 2nd Esdras, for many great miseries, 2nd Esdras 50, every brother notice the scripture, 2nd Esdras 50 is for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world because they have walked in great pride. Right? So many miseries are happening on the forefront, whether they be small or whether they be great, right? It's a misery to be having a shitty ass booty walking around, Babylon the Great, creeping around Babylon the Great, your ass stinking, your guts are rumbling, right? You got fatigue, you're tired, your stomach is jumping around and whatnot, eating all this garbage and fast food. As a matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Excuse my photos, but Salaki, bear with me. But look at this, yeah. Cyclospora is spreading across the United States. Last year, the Trump administration dissolved the CDC division responsible for controlling and preventing the spread of parasitic disease. Cyclospora, the foodborne parasite known to cause explosive diarrhea, has been found in parsley, cilantro, snow peas, mesclun, lettuce, spinach, salad mix, and berries. Cases are on the rise nationwide. And you looking at this like, is this the damn parasite? God damn. But nevertheless, this is another, plague that the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son is sending on this place, whether it be from Esau, from the left-hand side, because you got to think, remember they on the EBT, they said you can't buy junk food, right? You got to buy, greens and fruits and vegetables and all of this stuff and herbs. Now, the herbs is causing diarrhea, right? And they trying to pinpoint where it's coming from. Now, not only that, bear with me, like I said, just, disregard my photos. I was looking for another one. I can't seem to find it. Slovakia. I was looking for another one because, these foods, you can't eat at, these fast food restaurants. They got lab grown meat in them. They got all types of human flesh. As a matter of fact, let me go back to this real quick. Let me see something real quick. Let me show you something real quick. Real quick. If I can find it. Well, I was looking for this earlier. So, lab-grown chicken is now FDA approved in American and Tyson Foods, the supplier to the nation's school lunch program. Hospitals and restaurants like Olive Garden, Taco Bell, KFC is funding the biotech to make it. So again, Tyson's Foods, that's Cisco. I work in a hospital. The food comes from Cisco, right? So lab-grown meat in that. Taco Bell, KFC, all of them. Not only that, they got human flesh in them too as well, right? Human flesh. Slovakia, like I said, disregard my photo album. I was looking for a specific. I can't find it, but it was a video of. It was a TV show, but they was serving human flesh, just playing around. But still, nevertheless, we know human flesh is in a lot of these foods. right? We know Monsanto's and GMOs and all of that stuff. It's all in it. This is Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms of war, of evil, and of pestilence. Right? And that's a pestilence. Right? That's a pestilence. As a matter of fact, let me do this. It's a pestilence that's, inside the shores of Babylon. Pestilence, any infectious or contagious disease, fatal epidemic, plague, epidemic, a plague, right? A plague. The Lord is sending plagues on this place as before, like he said in 2 Ezra 15. 2 Ezra 15 and what was it? 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So the Lord is going to get busy on this place, man. The Lord is going to continue to get busy on this place. Whether it be something minute and small like this, or something like a C19. Let's read some of these headlines. Just brothers, just watch out. What I do with my fruit, vegetables, and stuff, I wash that, sit them in the sink, and wash them off, man. Wash them real good. I was sick probably 3 weeks ago. I had a real bad stomach ache, throwing up and stuff, but I've been in that situation where it's coming out of both ends, and it's like, what the fuck, right? You don't know if to throw up or shit. But some of these headlines read, lettuce supplier identified as potential source of cyclosporiasis outbreak. Outbreak, latest, what to know about, the ookie dookie. Sweet green falls on parasite outbreak tied to produce. So you can't even eat the produce now, man. And we know this is all tainted, right? Explosive diarrhea. Could you imagine you somewhere and you can't find a toilet? Good Lord. And you shit your pants. Let's read what this says. Hospitalization in Michigan linked to cyclosporiasis surpassed 100. And that's today. People getting hospitalized over this. 102 people. 4,000 in the state. But 100 people, the Lord know how to get your ass, man. Right here is, shit it on yourself. Just nasty, man. Just nasty work. Right? Just nasty work. 2 Ezra 15:14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Right? Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Destruction. Right? Destruction. So I just wanted to, touch bases on that, and you Akim, you Akwath, you be aware of these things that's happening in the earth today. So